make this video and somebody gonna come back and watch it later. My nose is like turning. I'm not digging in my nose. I promise. I promise I'm not. I'm trying to like close it. There you go. Hopefully it don't turn again. But anyway, this is Soft Life 101. And of course, there are many forms of having a soft life. Some people say having a soft life is when all your bills is paid and you know, is chilling. You don't have to work. You don't have to do anything. No. Excuse me. Whew. We know in this economy that that's not that realistic for most people, but you still can have a soft life. Even if you work, okay? Even if you still have to go to some sort of place of employment, or manage a business or whatever in order for you to, live and have resources. So, with that being said, of course, we know that the first way is no working, no anything, living in a situation where someone else is the breadwinner and it's not you. Um, and I mean that's okay. That's okay. It's not a bad way to have a soft life. Okay, it's not. But since most people are not living that, and that's a given, right? We already know, of course, if you ain't got to work, your life automatically should be soft. All right. But um, I want to make sure that the people that aren't living that understand how they can have a soft life too. Okay. One, if you still got to work, try to gear your skills, education, things like that towards the type of work that is going to enable you to not have to do manual labor. hmm The type of position or career where, oh God, I can't stop yawning. I need to sit up. Maybe that's what it is. Hold on. Okay. So the type of situation or job or career where you don't have to get up and do a whole lot. Like, maybe you have an assistant, maybe you have someone you can delegate certain things to, um, jobs where you don't have to put forth um, a ton of effort all the time, where you can figure out how to distribute that weight of whatever it is that you have to do. Find jobs that are, work from home, things that are, easy, that don't require you to do a whole bunch of leg work and too much extra thinking and all of this. Utilize the tools that you have so that you can make that easier on yourself. Okay? That will automatically help your life be softer because we give a lot of our time to an employer. We give a lot of our time to getting up, getting ready for work, going to work, being there however long in the day or the evening or whenever, that you work. Um, or if you work from home, you still got to get up, you still got to turn that computer on, you still got to be there. Okay, so make sure that you're doing something that requires not a whole lot from you. Okay, and if let's say it's something that requires a lot from you, make sure it's something that you really enjoy doing, something that you really love doing. Invest in, invest your time and your abilities in going to school for getting certified for things that really resonate with you and who you are and what you enjoy, so that your work doesn't feel like work. We've heard this before. If it don't feel like work, if you can have fun at work, you'll never work a day in your life. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Make sure that you're doing that if you possibly can. And there's ways to do that. Figure out what you like and then find out how can I get paid to do that. Some people might say that my position is not a soft life position, but for me it is, because I love to read, I love to learn things, I love to be educated, and I love to educate others. It brings me joy to see the light bulbs going off in my students' head. So I chose teaching. And because I chose teaching, I get to live what I feel is a soft life. My students do, maybe, I don't say they do my job, but they do about half of what I would need to do. I don't pass out no papers. I got them to do that. I've learned, I don't even pick groups and all of that bull no more. Nope. Appoint 4 or 5 team captains and let them pick their own group. That way, they're learning teamwork. They learning how to make decisions on their own. They learning critical thinking. They learn a whole bunch of stuff by me letting it be centered on them. Okay, I don't do no cleanup. They do that. This group do this. This group do that. Whatever. Okay. I chose teaching, and now I'm on break for. I've been on break since the 18th. I don't go back until the 5th. Today, the 26th. I got the rest of the month and almost the whole first week of January to chill, to do this, to do what I'm doing right now, to lay in my bed. Okay? It's a beautiful thing. All right? And I love to learn. I love to teach. I love all of those things. So, and also, I teach um, a CTE business course. So, I have some autonomy. I get to teach them in the way that I want to teach them. Right? So, finding out what works for you, finding out what you really enjoy, and what's gonna be the easiest thing for your brain and your heart and everything to handle, and your physical to handle, is a great way for you to live a soft life, or at least a softer life. Okay. Um, Doing things that we don't like, that we have to get up and force ourselves to do every day, no matter how much money you make, it's not soft. Ain't nothing soft about that. That's hard as hell. Okay, so as I said, all right, another way, um, and I want to address the stiff wig soft life thing. Normally, when people say that, or when we see that, we're referring to a person finding or being with someone in a different race, like black women getting with uh, Caucasian or some other race of man, right? And the belief that they're attracted to the black women who don't look like they really know what to do with their hair, or so, right? That is the stereotype, but that don't necessarily have to be. You could be with somebody that is of your same race. You could be with somebody that is from your same, um, would look like you, okay, and still have a soft life. The key is, and I'm gonna hold somebody's hand while I say this. The key is, stop being with people that don't like you. Okay? Stop being with people that do not adore you. That automatically gonna make it hard. And I don't care if you with somebody that is your same color, different country, whatever. Okay? Because there are absolutely some women of color that are with people of non black race, and they not living quite the soft life you think they is. There are some women that are Caucasian that have a Caucasian man in their life, and they's not living a soft life because that person is a terrible person or a terrible person for them, and the person really don't like them like that, and it's mutual. Get with somebody that the feeling is mutual, that y'all both equally care for and love, own, and adore each other and like each other. That will automatically help your life be softer. If you looking for a certain race or certain color to treat you a certain way, even if a person got money, that's another thing. Oh, well, if they have money, your life is gonna be bullshit. If they don't really like you, they're gonna find a way to penny pinch that money. They're going to find a way to make you believe that it's not enough resources available. They're going to find a way to exclude you from that. Don't matter how much they have if they're not sharing it with you. Okay, so again, to have that soft life without having a stiff wig, okay, do some things that you enjoy, work in a sector that makes sense to you, and also deal with someone that actually likes you, adores you, wants to be with you, wants to please you. They will do whatever it takes for you to feel soft, for you to have those things that you want to have. Okay. Um, One thing I can say, as a lady, if you want to have a certain life, you got to show up a certain way. Okay, if you want to have a soft life, you can't be showing up looking any kind of way. You can't be showing up treating yourself any kind of way. You have to have certain standards for you. And that way, when a person approaches you or when a person getting to know you, they already can see, oh, this is what I have to do. This is what this person requires. This is what this person is used to. Okay, take yourself out on some of these, nice excursions. Take yourself on a trip. Take yourself out to eat. Have these experiences cultivated within you already so that when you meet that person, they can already see, oh, okay, this is how this person lives. This is how this person is. Not you, in this downtrodden position and they pulling you up out of that. That's a fairy tale. It usually don't happen like that. Okay? All right. If you want to keep your nails done, you want the type of man that's going to keep your nails done, make sure you're keeping your nails done before you even meet them. If nails ain't that important to you, but you like to keep your hair done and wear jewelry or whatever, make sure you're doing that when they meet you, so they can already see. Oh, this is how she lived. This is what she's about. You don't have to speak out and say, "Oh, I want to live a soft life." You have to show that you've given that to yourself already, and have boundaries. Cause you could be giving that to yourself already, but if you entertain somebody who is not trying to give you that and allow them into your life, they gonna flip that upside down and start to make what was your soft life into a hard one. Okay, so practice discernment and figuring out if this person is, and it don't take long. It don't take that much effort. Ask a few questions. What do you do? What are you about? What do you believe in? Do you feel like it's an issue for you to do nice things for your partner? If they say anything other than yes, please exit. We bring a lot of issues, a lot of problems onto ourselves by staying in rooms that we don't need to be in no more. That's another way you prevent yourself from having a softer life. You meet someone, they tell you what their stance is on something, And instead of politely declining, you try to go back and forth with them. You try to get them to see your way. I don't have time. Okay? If they don't see the value in you, if they don't see that they should be taking you out, if they don't see that they should be spending money on you, if they don't see that they should be making sure that you have things that you need, if they don't see that, oh, this is how she, keep her upkeep and maintenance, let me send her something. If they not that type that see that and automatically do, what you doing there? Cause you're not gonna, what they say, a tiger can't change his stripes. You not gonna make that person automatically click and understand. Oh, this is what I have to do for her. No, they need to already come with that mentality. Okay, trying to compel somebody to your side of thinking is not the way to go. It ain't, and that it's never been. They are going to make your life harder. You could be living a great life. And baby, if you, good morning. And baby, if you do not get away from people who don't think that you deserve what you believe you deserve, okay, you gonna have a time on your hands. Definitely gonna have a time on your hands. This reminds me of a story. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get the fuck off here. But I was talking to this guy. This was a couple years ago. Now my current situation, wonderful, great. Okay. Nobody's meeting anybody until I get married though. Okay. But a couple years ago, I was talking to a person and we went on like one date. One. Now, the one date was okay. I'm not super opposed to certain places, right? I feel like you can get to know somebody just as good at Chili's as you can get to know them at sitting across from them at a Roof Chris, okay? Especially on a first date. I don't expect a man to be spending $1 million on me on the first. You don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? We might just be trying to fill each other out. So we went to a place that will remain nameless, but it wasn't like some 5-star place, right? So we have a good conversation. Seems cool. I had never like met the person in person before. They had seen me on social media, and they like jumped on as soon as I said anything about me being single um, at that time. So they're like, I want to take you out. I want to do this. I want to do that. Okay. So we had a good conversation. Everything was cool. I noticed a few things in the conversation, but at that time, I didn't understand what I know now entirely, right? I was learning. Okay. So having this conversation with this person, maybe a week or so after that dinner date. Mind you, the person hadn't taken me on a second dinner date or lunch date or whatever, breakfast date, don't matter. Since then, somebody might say, well, it was only a week. It's 7 days. If you trying to see me again, if you trying to, the person was trying to see me again in the, in the aspect of, oh, what you doing? I could show up over there, whatever. But they wasn't planning no date. So I was taking note. And say we about a week and a half in, and they calling me or whatever, we talking, whatever. I had made a post on um, a social media site, and he saw it. The post said, "Imagine making your own money and your man still spoils you." This person contacted me because he wanted to know why I made that post. He said, "Oh, you feel like you should be spoiled?" And I said, "Yeah, why not? Because what differentiates the person you are with from anybody else if you're not doing anything to spoil them, if you're not doing anything special for them, if you're not doing anything that's just for them, if you're not doing anything to show them that they are important to you or that they're special, what's the point? Like, of course, I just thought that was the dumbest question ever. But I didn't tell him, oh, that's a dumb question. I said, "Yeah, of course I do." Instead of him asking, well, do you think also that that applies to the man, or that do you apply that to your partner as well? Which would have been a very valid question. He starts going on a rant like, oh, all of these women post things about what the man is supposed to do for a woman, and never about what the woman's supposed to do for the man, and stuff. And then he started saying that he felt like, spoiling somebody was not good because, um, they might become a worse person or something. And I'm like, huh? He's like, well, what do you? I mean, when we talk about kids being spoiled, if somebody brought up to you, oh, my son or my daughter is spoiled, what would you think? And I'm like, we're not talking about the same thing, sir. Your mate, your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, those people being spoiled is not the same as you spoiling your kid. Spoiling your kid is, you know, you're not teaching them how to do any type of life skills because you're doing everything for them, and they grow up to be um ungrateful adults, that are ungrateful and entitled adults that feel like they shouldn't have to do anything because someone has done everything for them. That's spoiling your kids. Spoiling your person is, I just seen this bag in this store that she was looking at, and I'm gonna just get it for her. Spoiling your person could be, I know that she likes to be pampered and whatever, or I know that maybe she had a rough week, or I know that she just had this baby for me and I want to go buy her a car as a push gift. That is spoiling your person, rewarding them for being such a great part of your life. Okay, giving them something, or being whatever to them, waiting on them hand and foot, being courteous to them, doing certain gestures to them to let them know how much you care about them. That's the type of spoiling we talking about. But my thing is, sir, if you don't get that, if you don't understand that, if you don't believe that someone deserves that, what are we talking about? We don't have a conversation to have anymore. We're not even, never mind the same page. We're not in the same book. Okay? Because again, we hadn't went on no another second date. Second date had not happened. And then that post was made, and the person show people will show you who they are, and you gotta believe them. The man had took me out nowhere else because he didn't have no intentions on doing that. He didn't feel the need to do anything remotely that could look like him spoiling a woman. He was letting me know already that I'm a bare minimum type of person. Cause why else would you get upset or happy? I mean, the person was upset. Like it wasn't no, like this is just a conversation that we're having, and you just curious, and well, I saw that and no, they tone, they every day was upset. They was irritated. They did not like that. Recognize who these people is and who they telling you that they are. Listen to their tone, their body language. Look at all of that. And that'll let you know if you're dealing with somebody who is trying to give you a hard or a soft life. I, I went back and replayed our first couple conversations from that one actual date, and a couple conversations that we had within that week before we had that last conversation. And I'm looking like, hmm, this person has been married before. The people that he was with was like caretakers for him. He was going through something, and then you ended up marrying these women. You looking for somebody to take care of you. He was older than me. You looking for a caretaker. You looking for a maid. You looking for a nurse. You looking for somebody who gonna take the bare minimum, you know, some like being able to drive his car or something. You know what I'm saying? You're not looking for somebody that you really gonna have to do anything for. So just the fact that a person even showed that they have that sort of expectation irritated him. I said, you know what? I got something else to do. I'm gonna call you back. Got off the phone, blocked them. We don't got nothing to talk about. We don't got nothing to discuss. I don't have time to even think about allowing you to try to explain that away. No, you just showed me your character. It's okay. We don't have to talk. I have something else to do. Okay? So, to live a soft life without having a hard wig, do things that are the best for you. Do things that are what you want. Do things that are what you enjoy. Do things for yourself. Whatever it is that you looking for a person to come in your life and do for you, do that for yourself. You want to travel? You, travel yourself. Get on a plane and go there. Be able to add something to the conversation about where you've been and what you've done and where you traveled to and how many airports you've seen. Okay? Be able to add to the conversation about what type of places that you like to go when you in town and how you like to pamper yourself and you know, oh, I went to this a massage place or whatever. Like I went to this spa and they did oh, it was so great. And work in sectors that make sense for your leisure. Work in certain industries that allow you to be soft and not have to do manual labor. Working in a warehouse is not soft. It's not. Unless you work in a warehouse that's full of other people that really like to work and you can, you know, get them to do it for you. Working in a warehouse and you supervisor and you delegating and telling people what to do, cool. Okay? But no, nothing hard, nothing difficult, nothing crazy. Okay? I just saw something pop up on my I keep seeing this pop up on my notifications on my phone. I wasn't gonna say this, but I'm gonna put this in here. Get you some stocks. Get you at least the IRA. Um, Invest in some sort of stocks, but at least the IRA. All right. Robinhood IRA is really cute because it shows you how it's accruing as it's accruing. Right. I stopped contributing to my Roth IRA in Robinhood like a few months ago. I got another goal I'm trying to do. Don't worry. Okay. I stopped contributing, but of course, when you stop contributing to your IRA, it continues to grow, right? I'm still making dividends. I am still making dividends in my sleep. I'm off work till the 5th. I'm still making dividends. And when I go back to contributing to it, guess what? The dividends gonna go higher. Okay. I'm still making dividends because I set this IRA up. Because I have some stocks. I'm still making dividends. Okay. Great way to have a soft life is to make some money that you didn't have to go work to make. Set some money aside in some sort of investment vehicle. When I say investment vehicle, that means something you could put your money in and your money is going to move and go up. That's an investment vehicle, not a savings account. Now, if it's a high yield savings account, that's still a it's still a savings account. Is I wouldn't really consider that a vehicle because most high yield savings accounts still ain't gonna get you to what a mutual fund or IRA could do, but it's still better than having to just sitting and doing nothing, right? If it's a high yield savings account, you at least do something. You know what I'm saying? But it's much better to not even play with that. Like, you can have savings, yes, because you need something liquid, duh. You need to have money on hand. You need to be able to go swipe, go to ATM and get your bread out. You need to be able to do that. But as far as the other money, get you some stock, get you something that is making you money when you sleep, when you're not doing nothing. Because that will also help you have a soft life without having to have a hard wig. I don't even got on a wig. These are some crochet locks that I did. I hope y'all like them. My little bob. Okay. But that's all I had to say. Y'all have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Replay this if you need to. Deuces and happy holidays.